What's up, Alphas? It's your boy, Alphas May, and we're here to talk about Captain America 4. Does Sam Wilson live up to the name Captain America? How did this man with no superpowers, none, live up to a super soldier? How does his character, which was Captain America in the movie, the comics, live up to him in the movie? As the character in the comics didn't do as well. How does this world function? Does it live up to the old MCU, the original Captain America, the first one, the second one, the third one, the amazing movies they are? Or does it fall short like Falcon and Winter Soldier? And how some feel the latest MCU did. We're going to get into it right now. Here's my review. It's your boy Laughs. I may keep it 99 reviews. Let's get started.
It sounds better when it's playing.
I'ma play with these kid great play beats.
Yes, it is Captain America 4. Initial thoughts of Captain America 4, New World Order. Initial thoughts. I thought the movie was good. I thought it was a really solid, impactful movie. I felt like it felt in the vein of Captain America. I felt like the show should have felt. It gave Sam Wilson's character some development that he should have had in the TV show. The TV show gave him development. I don't want to just on the show, but it wasn't as good as it should have been. It didn't feel like Captain America. I felt like the reshoots hurt the show overall. But this right here felt amazing. I liked the feel of it, the vibe of it. Some of the music felt good. The tint that they put on the screen to elicit emotions were right. The story was bland. It was simple. It kept to the point. It felt like a plot mover. We got some questions we asked a long time ago. We got them completed. We got some strings attached. You know what I'm saying? It filled some plot holes that we was been asking questions about. Where's the leader been? What happened to Harrison Ford's character, Mr. Thunderbolt Warhouse? By the way, Harrison Ford did an amazing job. But we're gonna get in that when we get to that point. But I felt like the score of the movie was good. The plot was very simple. That's why I can't give it over an 8. Give it about a 7.5 as a movie. Can't give it an 8. I'm a hard grader, but the plot was overtly simple. I felt some of it felt like a reshoot. I felt like Serpent Society was supposed to be bigger. I felt like it was a whole different plot and they just moved away from it. Espinosa, of course, great actor. It was weird because it felt like he was a different character later on. And they tried to like reshot some stuff because his hair was a little different. I could be wrong. Y'all can let me know in the comments. But the feel of the movie, the sound, the music, the story, the espionage of it all felt like a hero movie. It felt like a movie for heroes. It did. And I enjoyed it. 7.5. Good movie, solid foundation starter. Let's get the MCU back. The way Iron Man was a foundation starter, the way Captain America, the first one, was a foundation starter. I don't mind a foundation starter. Disney has been done. Bob Iger, since he's been back and focused on quality, to me, everything has improved. Like, what was bad recently? Echo? But Echo was done before he got there. He just released it late. You know what I'm saying? Most of the things, Agatha, I like Agatha. Most of the things lately have been pretty good. Got hope for the Thunderbolts now. But the themes of it, the identity, Sam Wilson figuring out how to be Captain America, those things I really like. Now let's go over some things. Let's go over some of that character. Now let's go over some of the plot real fast. The plot is Thunderbolt Ross is the president. He's trying to do a good job. He's trying to prove because he wants his daughter back. Betsy hasn't talked to him since the Hulk incident, which has been a long time ago. Holy, that's been 20 years. She hasn't talked to him since. I don't know if she has a grandchild he ain't talked to, but the whole movie is about that, trying to prove himself. He's trying to be a good guy. But people are asking, does he change? Does he actually change? Do you give people a second chance? Can people do better? And as the theme of the movie goes, probability. Do you want to bet on people changing? That's the plot of the whole movie. So you have that, and then you have Sam Wilson, who is willing to work with him, but he doesn't trust him. Right? He's willing to take the bet that I don't know if he'll change, but I trust him because he's a generally good dude. Sam Wilson, as you find out throughout this movie, is a good guy. This will contain spoilers, by the way, but we ain't got to that yet. And Sam, as y'all saw in the movie, he's also having his struggles, character development, I would say, in which he actively is struggling with his humanity. He's not a superhero. He is a guy in a Wakandan suit and a captain's shield fighting bad guys in which he might not seriously be able to fight. And it's the question we all ask: how are you going to be Captain? You can't fight Thanos, my guy. How would you live up to Steve Rogers? And I love the fact that this movie had that throughout the movie. And so let's get into some of the characters because we talked about two of the main characters. And Sam Wilson, he goes through this. He has Isaiah Bradley, who, by the way, excellent job as Isaiah Bradley. My guy played that role. He pulled at your strings. He wasn't in the movie a ton, but when he was there, he pulled at your strings. You felt his energy, right? You felt the confusion at times. You felt when he felt powerful, when he was training, you felt like you felt like you were talking to an old guy down the road, you know what I'm saying? An old friend. The guy, old dude who's cool. He acts his age, wears the old suit he does in the movie. Like, that's my wife gave me this suit. She done passed away. You feel good about it. So he's like influencing Sam. And as you go through this movie, Sam Wilson, he fights the Serpent Society. He goes through things, and and he continues to ask this question throughout the film, in which I don't know if I can actually live up to this without taking a super soldier serum, right? Which is thrown through the movie, and that's his whole plot, right? Am I actually good enough to do it, and why do I deserve to be Captain America? What you thought they should have did in Falcon and Winter Soldier, in which his whole plot was to fight that, but I found it engaging. I did. I found it really engaging that this man struggled still to figure out if he should take the serum like Bucky and like Cap did, so he can actively fight these things. And by the end of the movie, which I can say before we get into actual spoilers, he figures it out. Why? But you saw the new Falcon, Danny. He was like, I didn't want to be them. I want to be you because I can be you. What Gucci Man said about Eminem, you can look at Eminem and be like, oh, that's great. And Gucci Mane might can't do it, but you can be Gucci Mane. You might not be as creative as Eminem or Kendrick, or you might can't sing like Drake or be Rihanna, but you could be a Gucci Mane. You could aspire to be somebody of that ilk. And that's the whole story of him, right? He's a dude in a suit. Kind of like Iron Man. You're a dude in a suit actually succeeding and being an inspiration to everyone because they can be you. Anyone can be a hero. Now, of course, you might not have a vibranium suit, but he didn't have that when he was Falcon. He had a regular suit he put together. He can be that. He doesn't give up. That's his whole superpower. And the other main character I want to talk about is Harrison Ford, aka Thunderbolt Ross. He is now the president. We find out in this movie that the leader got hit with gamma radiation, and Thunderbolt Ross added some gamma radiation to him, giving him this little weird brain thing. And now he has the power of gamma probability. And Thunderbolt was using him to find a way to heal his sickness and ultimately become president. So now all the probability of what he had to do to become president is now active. So he becomes president thanks to the thinker. I mean, the leader. I keep saying the thinker. Thanks to the leader, he becomes the president. And he takes these pills 3 times a day so he doesn't get sick. You know what I mean? And I thought that was because he wanted to live to do something powerful enough so his daughter could forgive him for hurting an adventure, right? And her ex boyfriend. And sending the military after him. And he had a whole scene where you saw him screaming and yelling. They had a little funny scene in there too when he like, you look different. He like, I cut my mustache. Little funny things that are rest in peace, original Thunderbolt Ross. So throughout the movie, the leader's whole objective is to show people that he is a monster, that he hasn't changed, that he's not a good guy, and in becoming that monster, he is literally. By the way, we did get the other Red Hulk in this movie for short little scene. It's to show that he still has temper tantrums, and when he does, he's a monster. Literally, he becomes the Red Hulk. Y'all saw in the preview. So he like does things to put pressure on him and ruin his life so he could just hulk out and hurt people. Ultimately ending Captain America, which if the president, Red Hulk, ends Captain America, we have a serious issue, right? And he does become the Red Hulk after a few failures. He turned himself in, exposed them. Everybody told him to get inside. He panicked, became the Red Hulk. They had a nice fight scene outside. It wasn't bad. Some of the CGI was noticeable. Some of it looked like a green screen. But overall, it wasn't like super noticeable unless you were looking for it. It was a lower budget movie. Like I think he said $180 million to make, whereas normal Marvel projects probably cost a lot more. But the pacing was really good in the movie. I didn't feel like it was too long or too short. You had good visual effects. I like the costume designs. The action sequences was, for the most part, pretty stellar. The Red Hulk and Falcon fight was way better than I thought it was gonna be. Because after we done seen some of the latest projects from Marvel, they ain't been the best in terms of fighting. They ain't been the best in fighting. The day that night. I'm like, kinda look a little lame. But the Hulk did Hulk things. Red Hulk did the the thunder clap and breaking a building, jumping from the White House all the way to that building that's like 5 or 10 miles away. It all look Hulkish. I'm like, that's the Hulk. The Red Hulk. That's the Hulk. Not the Hulk they've been giving us lately. That's the Hulk. That's what the Hulk should be doing. He should be clapping and blowing buildings away with claps. He should be jumping 3 miles away at buildings and crumbling things. That's the Hulk. I felt like we got the Hulk back, even though it's the Red Hulk. I felt like we got him back. But this was like a down to earth movie, set up some plot points. Um, did it set up some things in the future? Perhaps. I can't point to him right now, but when I see him, we watched Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. We might can see him, but it had a few themes in it too. It had a few themes about trusting people, believing people can change, believing in yourself, even when you have self doubt, knowing that regular people can be an inspiration too. You don't have to be a super soldier. You can be a regular person and you can be a hero. Um, so it had some thought provoking themes. Also, it did touch on being black in America, being a superhero. It touched on it a little bit, not nowhere near as much as the TV show did, but it did. Some people, I think people kind of got over it because they did it in the show, which was a good thing. So that might be a good thing. The show did. They didn't focus on him being black. Focused on Isaiah Bradley's story, the original super soldier. It had some dope themes in it. I think most people can get with and enjoy. I saw people clapping, so it had some themes in it. Overall rating, I told you, it's a 7.5. Thought it was a solid movie. Nothing egregious to me. It's some things you notice. It wasn't a perfect movie. Was it the best Captain America movie? No. But it did its job. It plugged some holes that we should have been plugged a long time ago. And it also set up for the future, set a tone for the MCU coming forward. 2025 MCU getting ready, gearing up for Secret Wars. It's setting it up. It's there. We got 2 years of Secret Wars. We got some movies to announce. We got Deadpool coming out in March. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm very much looking forward to that new Deadpool. I mean, not Deadpool, Daredevil. Apologies. And then in May, we got Thunderbolt. And then I think we got a TV show. I think. Do we got a TV show? Y'all can let me know in the comments. And then we have the Fantastic Four, which is big. It's big for us. You know what I'm saying? The third try. The first by Disney. Let's see if they knock it out the park. Let me know y'all thoughts on it. How did y'all feel about the movie? Did y'all give it a 7.5? Did you give it more? Did you give it worse? Let me know your thoughts. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I appreciate y'all for sitting with your boy. It is your boy, Alpha Zame. Follow me, socials in the comments. Peace.
It sounds better when it's playing.
I'm a player with the kid, great play beat.